I didn't want to sound too spoiled. Time for some coffee recap. 2.5 weeks late for Napa.
It's not 2.5 weeks late.
Well, usually we do our coffee recaps the morning that we're leaving a specific location that we have been RV Roundup visiting. And Napa got a little out of control because one morning we got kicked out of our house. This is not a joke. You'll see it soon. And then we were in an industrial parking lot, which actually ended up being quite fantastic. We'll talk about that too. But the final morning that we were in Napa, I had realized that our campground that we were supposed to go to next, which was in Truckee near Tahoe, we didn't have a reservation. So the morning we left Napa got a little...
But it all came
So we
out
brought...
perfect.
But we brought props.
That's the beautiful thing about RVing.
But here's the thing, though. We brought props.
Yes.
To make us feel like we were still in Napa. My Oakville grocery coffee cup.
Fred Biaggi's wonderful, award-winning 2016 cat.
Which we drank 3 bottles of last night. And our Napa Valley Pickleball water jug. That's the only pickleball gift we've ever received from. Yeah. So that was pretty special. So those are our props. Okay, so here is our Napa recap. We, as we mentioned, could not park at the fairgrounds. So a lot of people are like, why didn't you just park at the fairgrounds? Well, the fair was going on. It's kind of hard to park in the parking lot when the animals are there.
Napa Valley needs a first-class RV
yes, they do.
rejoint badly.
We would like to own one there. That's just a little hint if anybody has land.
Yes.
Clyde agrees. He would like to go back. In all seriousness, Napa Valley does not have like what Paso had, which was a really nice, large RV resort for big rigs for anybody.
Paso, and it'd be great.
There are some places around Napa. There's one in Heddlesburg. There's a couple different places, but they're for smaller rigs. And if you're 45 feet, you can't fit.
There's a business opportunity out there somewhere.
Mm-hmm. So we pulled in a little favor and we parked our buses at the racetrack. We're at the track! But we're not racing.
Damn it. See them barrels over there? I've knocked them things over. Those tires, I've knocked them things over several times. Knocked a lot of them.
Let's zoom into those barrels. Oh, yes, I have seen that before. Thank you to the racetrack. This is our escort. It's going to show us where some power is. Oh, never mind. That's the wrong one. That's not our escort. Just joking. Wait, I think he did say come this way. But she said we're going up the hill. So, there is a first time for everything. We're using solar to keep our buses plugged in, 50 amp. I'll have to have Mike describe how they're doing it because I have no clue.
You did pass me.
I took the first right. Remember we did the first day? We took the first right.
He did it again.
He beat you to the track again.
He said he's like a phantom driver.
5 minutes before I did.
He's a phantom driver.
Yeah.
You took a shortcut?
I said if I can get across this road pretty quick, I can come out right in front of Laura.
You're such a jerk.
And how was it there was nobody between us?
Because I took a different route.
Yeah, but it's still
I
hundred.
I know.
You want us to slow down, let somebody pass.
Tom, we did it. We're ahead. We're ahead of them. And there you were at the
My little driver partner.
She said, "What's in your head?" I go, "Oh, there's a Cadillac like mine."
I started to call
And it's
you.
got Florida plates.
Plates on it. Son of a bitch.
Florida plates into the Cadillac. God damn, he did it again.
Hey,
We didn't realize that Sonoma has no plugins. We knew that they didn't have dump and water.
But they bent over backwards
Yes, they did.
to accommodate us.
They did. They brought in a solar truck the first time we ever saw that.
Yeah, those guys were awesome.
Yes.
And
they checked on our buses for us every day.
And the power worked. When it didn't, they fixed it.
Mm-hmm. We were lucky enough to get back into the Arrowood Winery house that our friend Fred Biaggi helped us get. It was awesome because that's the house that we stayed in when you got inducted into the West Coast Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty cool. So we were pretty excited to take Tom and Laura there, and we knew the dogs would love it because It's got lots of grass and they could just run every. Wine country dogs. You spoiled doggies. They're enjoying some freedom outside of the bus. 5 days of no leashes. 5 days of grass. Oh my God, after all that dirt in Utah. run every morning and every afternoon.
Yes,
Yes.
I loved it.
Yes, I loved it. I chased turkeys every morning. And a big buck. We saw a big buck deer there too. Okay, so anyways, but we enjoyed it. We had a great time.
Right up until
The third morning. Now, listen, we had this wonderful day planned.
it was an honest mistake.
But we had this like wonderful leisure day planned. We were like, okay, we are going to go.
Tom and Angie was making some really good coffee.
Yeah.
That frother thing.
Yes, we did that.
Gourmet coffee.
But
Shit.
we were planning to have like pizza and wine that night. We were going to have movie night. We were going to watch Steve McQueen movies at the house because we had been going out every night. And so we were like, okay, we're going to Altamura's Ranch at 11. We'll go have a nice lunch and then we'll come back and enjoy the house all day. Well, thank God we decided to make our...
Bang, bang, bang on the front door.
Well, we were supposed to be at Altamura's at 11. We changed it to noon, thank God.
Yeah.
Laura and I are in the shower. Laura comes running in the bedroom in her towel and she goes, Angie, the cleaners are here. And I said, oh, they don't have to clean after us.
Yeah, there's more people coming today.
She said, no, like they said you have to be out. We're like, no, there has to be a mistake. It has to be a mistake. Well, there wasn't. We had to get out.
Round them up, run them out of here.
Round them up and run them the hell out. So we woke up this morning and had a beautiful frittata cooked by Miss Laura, homemade.
Acting as if we had the whole day.
Yeah, thinking that, you got to understand, we thought we had a nice day of going to the Altamura Ranch, coming back, watching movies, Steve McQueen movies, remember? That was...
Look. Yeah.
And...
Proceed to the route.
Proceed to the route. So some cleaning ladies showed up and told Laura, while she was in her towel, by the way, that they were here to get us checked out. And we were like, we're here till Sunday. Nope, no, you're not. So we don't know what happened, but
You better stay in
there was some confusion, and we basically had 30 minutes to.
You gonna go do a walkthrough, make sure we got all your shit?
Oh my God, I think I did it already.
I did 2 walkthroughs up.
So we're off. We have no idea where we're going. We're gonna go check on the buses, make sure they're okay right now. I did get my stuff out of the dryer. Oh my God. All right. Yup. Hey, Clyde. No idea where we're going right now. Literally. Honestly. We have no idea. Here is the best part. The poor cleaning lady that had to kick us out is getting an autographed photo and a photo with Tom. Bless her heart. She probably felt really bad. She said that we're going to Hartford House. She said it's supposed to be really nice. We'll let you know. We had like an hour. So Mike was in the bathtub. You were like soaking in the bathtub and your little bath salts. So anyways, our day got changed very quickly. But just so happened that our friend Matt Cordero, who owns a lot of businesses in Napa and also a wonderful steakhouse in Napa, calls me and he says, are we still on for our dinner? And I go, Matt, I'm sorry, I got to call you back. I'm stressing out. We get kicked out of our house. He's like, dude, what? I go, we're getting kicked out of our house. He goes, what are you going to do? I'm like, I don't know. I think we're just going to leave because...
Matt, dun, 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 save the day. Save the day.
Matt goes, I own a transportation company. Yeah. I have a parking lot in Napa.
Bring your buses.
What? So, what do you do when you have a 45-foot bus, 2 large dogs, and friends with the same size bus and 2 dogs? And you get kicked out of the wine house that you thought you had till Sunday. Well, you find friends that own transportation companies. Duh. So yes, thank you, our little Napa angel, Matt, who also has a very nice steakhouse and makes really good wine, by the way. Just called to check on me. We were in a bit of a panic trying to get checked out of the house and load up all of our stuff. And he said, you can come park at my facility. It's an industrial park. And I'm like, oh, really? So that's what we're doing. Life could be better. but I don't know how. So here we are, our new home for 2 nights. Thank you, Matt and Royal Coach Limousine Service Incorporated, because this is our home. We've got beautiful parking lot here for our bus. Our car has been washed. They have fuel. We have sidewalks, beautiful flowers, grass for the dogs. I mean, it can't get any better in Napa Valley. We had probably the most amazing tour I've ever had in my life at Del Dotto with David and his wife Yolanda. 6:30, we're calling it early tonight. Tomorrow morning we got to go out to the Altamura Ranch and maybe come back for a little swimming with Yolanda and David. And then we will be heading to Matt's Steakhouse, Cordero Steakhouse. And that'll be our final day in Napa. So what started out to be a bleep show has ended up to be the most perfect day ever. Life is good. Yeah. And it was amazing. So
It's like 10 minutes from his restaurant.
yeah. So anyways, we show up in the parking lot. Beautiful pavement park. We didn't have power, but we have generators. Remember that thing I told you? You have a generator, use it?
Yeah.
He had water though.
Yep.
We arrived
And dump.
and dump. So anyways, it was perfect. So we pulled in. He actually had fuel too because
Yep.
he has a transportation company. So we were like, how can this get any better? Well, it got better because then he goes, I feel bad that your day got messed up. I called my friend Dave Del Dotto, and he's got one of the prettiest wineries. I'm like, I've
Oh my
always heard
gosh.
about this place. A lot of people in racing always used to go there. And he goes, he wants to give you guys a private VIP tasting in his caves.
He doesn't know.
Okay. So sometimes a change of plans is just what the doctor ordered. We are at Del Dotto Winery. I've always wanted to see this place. They're known for these great caves that the owner, and we're getting a tour from the owner himself. Our little Napa angel, Matt, is trying to turn our crappy day into perfection, and he's done just that. Thank you, Matt. Look at this beautiful glass. I cannot wait to see these caves. I love it.
Where's the holy water?
Oh.
See it all in the barrels?
This feels like
You'll notice a beautiful vanilla and honey baked ham in the finish. Honey baked. Yeah.
we like you. This chandelier. I mean, are you kidding?
Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. You're gonna like this. This is a Darnachou French oak. It's a French family in Bordeaux. So this is Cabernet Sauvignon. And what I found out the other day what it tastes like, I was trying to figure it out for years. It tastes like sponge cake with, let's see. Pepperoni, not pepperoni, what's the almond? Amaretto cake with chocolate frosting is what this tastes like. Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Oh, that's beautiful.
Here, look at this. You guys gonna make a little pasta?
I mean, it's kind of early. It's like 6:30. We just left Del Dotto.
Yeah.
What's your plans for the rest of the night, Laura?
Maybe I'll get laid.
Well, I don't
Pizza.
think we'll got a little bit of pizza we could just eat up.
Some pizza, some fresh
What else?
basil.
Yeah, I don't know.
Put my basil on water.
Maybe another bottle of wine.
What? Thomas, I think I'm good.
What?
What? It's the first time
I
in
know
history.
you won't hear that very often, but
It's the first time in history you've ever heard Mike Skinner say he's good on wine.
Wine? Not
water.
We'll turn your wine into water.
Until tomorrow, my friends.
Water for now.
We got one more day in Napa. Got one more day.
We can do it.
We can do it.
I'm
We can
good
do
to go.
And we get through it.
I'm still
We
thirsty
hope.
for wine. I personally am still thirsty for wine.
You're tougher than me, sis.
I am still thirsty for wine.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
That was amazing wine.
That was just a thimble.
Jeez. Oh,
Yeah.
I think we just had the best we could have, so
that whole place was magical.
yeah, slightly. I might have a little tea for dinner tonight.
Just a snip of tea.
Just a sip of
please.
tea.
Just a little
I
snip.
might have another slice of our pizza and a glass of
A
wine.
little
Oh, look at her
Ciccio
go.
pizza.
She's tough. Tough
She's
girl.
tougher than me.
Me too.
It's small.
Oh my gosh.
It's a little expensive, but it is really good wine.
Well, he takes pride in making that
Yes,
wine.
really good
But
wine.
the
Him and
property-
his wife really
Yolanda.
just opened the doors
Yes.
for us, and we barrel tasted.
Well,
And
that's what I was
then-
getting ready to say. We didn't
my
get to barrel
gosh.
taste anywhere, and so we got to barrel taste, which is when they literally get their little glass pretty tool. What's that thing called? A sieve or something? And they get the wine and they pour it right into your glass, right from the barrel. It was wonderful. And then he had pizzas made for us, and he took us to his private little cave area
Yeah.
where he
Inside the wine caves.
inside the wine caves,
Oh
which
my
that
gosh.
was a treat. I mean, we didn't think we were going to get to see this, so we ended up getting to see it with the owner and his wife, and we stayed all afternoon. In fact, we had such a good time. We didn't even go out that night.
They were pushing us out.
Yeah, they were like, "We got to go to dinner. Y'all need to leave." No, so that was really, really, really cool. The other thing that was really fun is that we did the Napa Pickleball Club. We had reached out to see if there was pickleball anywhere. Well, this really amazing guy called me back and said,
right there in Yountville.
yeah, and they were really nice courts,
Yep.
beautiful little park,
Yep.
and they were so friendly, and they gave us this. I thought that was so nice.
That was nice.
So that was really cool.
Really good time in Paso and Napa. My gosh, I probably wouldn't live very long if I lived there.
We
though.
couldn't stay very long.
But-
I
but-
maybe booked us way too long in those two areas, one after the other.
I
But
don't know. I really enjoyed it.
we also played.
As long as you play
I'm not
pickleball,
done.
I'm
You're
not
trying to
either.
recap. I'm not done.
As long as you play pickleball every day, you can drink at night because you're going to sweat it
Well,
out.
I was trying to say we also played pickleball in.
That's why some of us are going this morning,
I'm not going this morning.
and some of us didn't go yesterday morning.
No, because guess what? I'm doing big major walks on a freaking ocean.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so where
Go
else did
back-
we play?
Go back to where you was at.
We're just friends. Santa Rosa. We played pickleball in Santa Rosa, and it was okay. There was a couple guys there that were really nice. There were
Yeah.
some people there that were a little weird.
Little butthead.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Buttheadish.
Wasn't the greatest. We went back to Napa. We went back to Yountville to play. Okay. So, Fred took us to Auberge restaurant.
Oh.
Now that was a treat.
Man.
That was a treat. That's
And-
probably the best view of Napa Valley.
And
Very nice.
he won an award, a gold medal award for his 2016 cab, but he brought a bottle of 2014.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about
I
that.
thought it was just as good, if not
Yeah.
better. It'd been in the bottle
Yeah.
a couple more
was
years,
really good.
and it was so. And we backed this up with some ridiculously expensive wine that was not any better than Fred's wine. It was so good.
Yeah. So that was fun. Well, then I got to go to my favorite restaurant, Ciccio's, right downtown Yountville, owned by Frank and Karen Altamura.
My
And
good
it's-
buddy, I tried to keep up with, and I got to where I was.
Fred heard us.
I was speaking Japanese.
Frank.
Yeah, it's Frank.
Frank became.
Fred heard us a little.
Fred
too.
heard us a little too, but Frank really heard us. Frank became the wine devil.
Yes.
He was like, have some more.
Granville Tracy calls me the wine devil. Frank's the real wine.
Frank is the real wine devil.
Try to keep up with that guy. He's a professional.
Oh my gosh. So anyways, that night was really cool because when we go to dinner with Frank at his restaurant, we eat everything on the menu. The food just keeps.
You don't order anything.
No,
you just, start
sit
bringing
down
stuff.
and yeah, it's a
If
really
you go
cool
to
place to
Ciccio's
go.
and Frank is there, say, just you tell us what we want. You bring
Yeah,
it.
yeah, don't order.
Just tell me what the bill is.
Yeah. And you agreed, right? Yes. Which also leads into your favorite wine, which is Altamura. We talk about Altamura all the time. And so we got to go back to the ranch and they set up a really nice, well, first of all, he did a tour in his old Army Jeep.
Kind of like a command car, but they needed to get more guys out there because they run out of fuel.
I
It's
guess
one
the three
thing.
of them will sit in
And
the
we can
front,
send out
right?
8 or 10 guys. You know, it holds 12 people, but I've seen pictures, but the guys are all 18 years old, this big. You know, and
Their equipment took up more room.
no,
than they
exactly,
did,
that was it. And so what they did is they built.
Jump up there.
Each one of the companies built a prototype. This was the.
There's room for
Dodge
3 up
version.
there.
Huh?
There's 3.
It's the last one they had.
That's why you should get up there.
So I built the one, then the war
I've been on
ended.
the
So they used it just for parade use in
Sit here
Aberdeen.
with your wife.
So that was it.
I'll take the Grand Poopah chair.
There you go. You throw roses or something like that.
All right. Frank, you and Tom.
So Frank, they only made each manufacturer made
Each
one of these.
made one, exactly. All of them were just torn up, but they kept this one for parade use at Aberdeen. So that's why I was able to get it. And so it was really the only one they ever built. The war ended, and that was the end of it. Yeah, but it was able to hold like 8 or 10, 12 engineers that go out, check bridges, do all the shit they had to do. Send 3 vehicles with all the equipment, shit, and more targets, and less. The problem was they run out of fuel.
It's
The biggest
perfect
thing.
for what you're using.
For this, it's perfect.
So what year is this?
The 1943
And what is it? International?
Dodge.
made?
It's a Dodge.
Oh, it's a Dodge.
But it really was still down, all burned back. They're just, yeah. Everything around it was on fire. Whole friggin' place. Some trees came back, a lot never did.
It's amazing that it didn't attack all the grapes and everything.
Well, they were green, you know, they were like this, so there was no weeds, so
Right.
there's nothing to burn. So that's, I mean, that's the only reason. If you have a vineyard full of weeds, they're gonna go.
Oh, that was
There's the house Frank's been building ever since I've known him.
Yeah.
30 years. There's always something else. Caterpillars one day, when Carl was with Butter Creek, and
Do they
it's
start
really
up at all?
cool, they're really cool little rigs.
Yeah.
And a buddy of mine has a big cat dealership in Houston, and he's going to redo them for me. So
they even
He's
start
going
up
to
at
redo them
all?
where they'll run.
yeah, so they run. Like, they actually kind of run.
Yeah.
They really do.
So what year are they, Frank?
The oldest one there is 1937. The one that says Caterpillar is written like old Caterpillar.
Uh-huh.
These guys, they look like this.
So this is cool. Frank is a big collector of vintage cars and tractors. And we just heard about this one, and they were only for Napa Valley. See how narrow they are to go through the vineyards. Kind of cool. Cool little piece of history. Very cool. He's going to get them actually working again. You know, knowing Frank, he'll be out there using them to tend to those vineyards. And they did have the big fires out here, but because they are so meticulous about thinning their vines here for higher quality grapes and higher quality wine, they don't have a lot of weeds either. And that's one of the things that saved a lot of his vines during the fires in Napa, because they didn't have a lot of weeds to catch on fire. Hi, kitty. Hi. Yeah.
This one little Vineyards this rootstock, this one's this clone, this soil, this one, blah, blah. So they all taste different, believe it or not. You could line them up and taste one. Yeah, so we keep them separate first.
Unless
then
you
we
do
start
a blend.
blending them. Well, then we start blending them after about the first 6 months.
Oh, okay.
Because all's like cooking chili or cooking a soup, that you put things in at different times. Some people get that and some don't. I got one friend, smart guy, but he can't quite understand. He goes, well, it all ends up together anyway. I go, well, you don't cook, so that's one thing. So you know that when you put it in different stages, it's going to come out tasting different, affect the whole thing. So you do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, put it back in a different kind of barrel, put it in
onions in there,
just
garlic
play with it.
first.
Do you use any American oak at all?
No, it's just all French.
oak?
Yeah, which I'm sorry about, but I wish I could use American. It just tastes different. It just has a different taste.
Yeah.
So we bring everything in here. Everything goes into barrels. Mostly new French every year. Sauvignon Blanc goes in new French. Cabernet does. The only ones that don't in the brand new French are the Italian ones. They pick up that oak flavor just too much. That's the only reason too I don't blend anything. Let's say the Super Tuscans are a lot of times Cabernet and or Merlot and Sangiovese or other things because they're just building a taste profile. But the thing is, you add a little bit of wine of another flavor or something like that to say Sangiovese, and it just tastes totally different when you get 5, 6, 7%. And it just starts tasting like Cabernet. That's why people love, I love their Sangiovese. It's 40% Cab. That's why they like it. And those just go into 1-year-old only because they pick up the oak flavor too real quick and become overpowering.
So you don't want them to over.
Not at all.
Okay.
You just want the age.
So you use a
really
barrel.
use the barrel more for aging and a little bit of oak flavor, but it's really more for that oxygen exchange, so it can actually get the flavors built up. Now we're gonna bottle 17 pretty soon.
17.
No, not 17, 18.
18. I was gonna say, a buddy of mine sent me a bottle.
Yeah.
A picture of a bottle of 17.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, we just released 17.
This was my favorite.
It's a great smell. And it smells just great.
He calls me the wine devil.
Yeah, right.
I told him that you were a real professional.
Yeah, Frank's the real wine devil.
I'm your apprentice.
The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Oh my
Is this
God.
temperature controlled at all? Or is this
Not at all, no, it's just underground.
Natural.
Yeah, we're about 50, 60 feet underground. And it's like 50 feet or something. So
Okay,
this
Frank, one of these days, well, I owe you a fire. I got to figure out what you got. I don't remember what we sent you, but I got to trade you another fire suit for one of these barrels that say Altamura.
Oh, just cab one, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, after it's no good for making wine.
Yeah, after it's done for no longer, I want one of the Altamura
This was
barrels.
our first swimming pool when I was little. I remember being just that, it was like
Oh,
up
did you dunk
here.
yourself? Yeah.
Well, but my dad would fill them on, a lot of swimming. And
Don't go in head first.
he used to go, whatever you do, don't go in head
Because
first.
you're not gonna be able to get out.
You know,
Like throw the whole area in glass out raw.
just
Different things.
lay on these barrels all day. It's 100 degrees outside. You know how good this cake feels right now. Just give me a glass, or I'll just start licking right out of this barrel. I've never seen a bag full of corks.
You got one, eh?
That's awesome.
You got several bags full of corks.
No, I'm laughing. Like, that's pretty cool. I think that's funny.
To the cork shortage that everyone was going crazy about, is it just over? Do you remember all that? I was like, and they started using plastic cork.
Oh, I think that was just a
You know what it was?
Yes,
there was a
thing.
time, 20, 30 years ago, they were cleaning the corks with chlorine. When they, not even the corks. The corks, yeah, to a degree. But what they were doing is stripping the bark off the trees, like the cork trees, and they do it every 7 years. They didn't kill the tree, just get the short. But what they're doing is out in the field, then they would treat them with chlorine water, but they weren't picking them up quite as quickly as they should have, and it would start to mold, and that's where that TCP or TCA or whatever it's called, TCA, I guess, started to develop. So they started using peroxide after that, just to wash the corks and keep them clean.
Which is better anyway.
The peroxide's better, it's cleaner, yeah.
We've got a lot of stuff here that needs you.
Bigger berries and it's mostly water, you're not going to get that dark color. Yeah.
So, but they will turn.
They will. You might, I bet you if you look around, you'll see, especially in thinner soil area, they'll start turning color.
Oh, they'll start.
Quick.
But when will you start picking in September?
No, probably October, November. We're usually
Grapes
maybe.
are always on the
So
lower
they
portion.
got some time.
They got some time.
Yeah.
Why aren't your grapes up here?
There are some, in some clones, you'll get like what's called a second crop. Some guys go, home winemakers will do that they get up into the secondary area. But most of these are developed so that they get just primary. And then that way they're ripened all exactly pretty much
So
the
you
same.
trim these, you don't trim at all during the growing season?
No, we do a lot.
You do.
Trim them probably 3,
Just
4,
the
5
top.
times. No, the sides too. And we'll put these, we'll come back to you and put through the wires, they stay up, that kind of thing. So they're not just all over the place.
Also, they don't shade too much.
Too much shading of the fruit.
They're just wide and narrow.
Yeah.
Otherwise, wouldn't it just be a big bush?
Big bush,
Yeah.
and then it's all shaded. You're not ripening evenly.
Yeah.
Nothing else. Really big bush. Yeah.
So if it does this,
And you can see a lot
Stick
of
them back up through there, right? Exactly.
You can see a lot of wineries that
Yeah.
don't
buddy.
spend that time.
That's a different deal.
That might be what wine is it?
For sure.
Well, I'm
that's
proud of
big-
you as a
my-
farmer.
big- and the thing is, that guys are selling the grapes. They're not making the wine out of the grapes. They're making
Right.
it. So, you know, if you're farming and you get one paycheck a year, you're going to bump it, man.
That was really cool.
Made for a general.
Yep. It was patent, but it never was used. It was a prototype, or they didn't. The war ended, or I don't know. But anyways, it's a really cool Jeep. He talks about it. I think he gives the more accurate description, and he's got antique tractors and all these John Deere really cool things for vineyards, and then we got to go and see his wine caves, which is totally different than Del Dotto.
It's a working.
Yeah,
It's not all.
it's not fancied up for visitors. Like you can't really get
It's
a
made
tour
for making
unless you know them. So, anyways, we did that, toured the ranch, and then they laid out this beautiful meat and cheese, like wonderful lunch for us. Oh my gosh, that was really
Very
good.
good.
Fresh
Very good.
pears and blueberries, and we got to taste some of their new releases, and of course, we bought some more wine.
Let me tell you.
You handed Frank, I think, like your
Oh, I just handed
allowance for the year.
That's okay.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I think we're gonna have a lot of wine
It's
shipped.
none of your business, and it's not that much wine, believe it or not.
Okay. And we also went to see our friends at Caymus because they had sponsored you for years at Goodwood Festival of
Yep,
Speed.
got
So
to see Karen.
got to see Karen, and that was really cool. She came out and
Yes.
sat with us. It was really hot that day, though.
I think they are carrying it to a truck. They had dollies and stuff.
Caymus.
No, do you think ours was in yours? Everybody's gonna have their own way.
So I will probably order some wine. But Angie might want to take some samples.
Sure, absolutely. So Roll was gonna.
All right.
That's scary.
We're at Caymus. Nice fan skinner.
This is the 19th.
So what did you want to get?
We've got some special select coming. Tom and Laura.
No, I'm
Checking
just saying.
out.
I don't want to carry that big bottle back.
Another winery.
Look at our beautiful settings here at Caymus.
I don't want to deal with that big bottle on the bottle.
Yes, dear.
Laura's worried about the big bottle.
Oh, the big bottle on the bus. Well, you know what? You can have it shipped.
Well, that's chin.
Yes. Good point. Still very good, but still my favorite is the Zen. And
Sounds good.
I love the Caymus Zen. And I love the Malou Merlot still.
I do too.
Yes. So we're going to need to figure out our purchases.
And we left there with a big bottle of Zinfandel that we're
Oh.
going to drink when we get to
When
Sturgis.
we get to Sturgis, we see Rusty
Jimmy
and
Rusty
Jimmy and all them. We're going to open up that big bottle of Zen.
Well,
my
we'll open up
favorite.
some white wine for Rusty. He's a white wine.
Oh,
drinker.
we'll give him some of the Altamura Sauvignon Blanc. He's never had that.
Ooh,
How well do you like Rusty?
gosh, he is
We
bringing
gotta-
my motorcycle.
That's what I was going to say.
But Rusty,
But Rusty sent for it.
Gosh, dang.
You better open something good for Rusty.
Man. All right.
And then, so that was cool. And Caymus added some new settings on their property. Their property's beautiful. Like, they just, that entrance is really pretty and the flowers and everything like that. My favorite Caymus is the Zen. Yours is still the Cab, right?
Yeah, the special select, he's changed it.
Oh,
how
he's went back to his
doing it
older-
now,
yeah.
And it's staying in the barrel longer. And I think it will make it more
Yes.
special.
Correct.
That's why they call it
Special select. Oh, I'm sorry. Was I putting that in your face? Okay, then
Clyde.
the final night
Hard to find a
we
good camera girl.
went to, yeah, it is. The final night we went to Cordero Steakhouse, which is our friend Matt's place. Well, if you think Frank laid out the red carpet, well, Matt went, "Grrr, I'm
Yeah.
going to give you my whole menu as well.
Oh, well, first of all,
Oh, and the wine he
supplied
put
us a limo and a driver.
Oh, that's
to take
right.
us everywhere,
Everywhere we went, I forgot about that little tidbit. Basically, we gained a lot of weight. We drank too much. We ate too much. And cliffhanger, where are we going to go in Tahoe?
Peace out.